Hi, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my sewing room. Today I'm making an idea that I saw on another YouTube channel called The Stitchery. It is her split side skirt with ties. So it's like an adjustable waist. You can wear it if I lose weight, I could wear it if I gain weight. It should be fitting me for a while. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to make a circle skirt. I've never made a circle skirt, but I've always wanted to make a circle skirt, but I kind of always wanted like a one panel circle skirt. And I just haven't had the fabric to be able to do that. So I actually found a bed sheet at Salvation Army for, I think it was $5. It was originally $5, but it was actually $2.50 because it was one of their 50% off tags. So for $2.50, I got a sheet. It is red, white, blue, and cream stripes. This is the top part of the sheet that is nice and folded over. The stripes actually of the sheet go vertically, so I also cut off the horizontal stripes so that it would all match when I make the skirt. I am going to use this as the tie of the front waist of the skirt. So I actually have a blue fabric, this one. That is one that my grandma gave me. So this has been in my stash for quite a while. And it matches pretty well with the light blue. It has a pattern in it, like a textured pattern in it. So it's not a perfect match, but I think they go well together. So I'm going to make the waistband out of the blue, and I'm going to make the front of the skirt tie with this. The back of the skirt will also be tied, but I'm going to try to make some sort of loop or hole for a thinner tie. Sorry. I'm going to try to make some sort of loop or hole for a thinner tie to go through and be able to lace up a little bit and tie underneath the front waistband. And of course I want it thinner so that you're not able to see it if I tie this waistband in back, and obviously it won't matter if I tie a bow in front. So to figure out how to measure the fabric for the circle skirt, I actually used a circle skirt calculator online at moonfabrics.com. However, you can easily figure out your own waist radius if you know the calculation. So I'm not going to go through it because off the top of my head I don't remember it. I do have it written down somewhere, but if you just search circle skirt calculator, moodfabrics.com, or go to moodfabrics.com and find their circle skirt calculator. It's really easy. So you have to figure out your waist radius because of the way you fold your fabric. I have a full size sheet and I have it folded in quarters. So I folded it in half and then I folded it in half again the other way. And then you use the waist radius to figure out where the top part of the skirt is. And then of course you use your own measurement from wherever you're going to have your skirt sit. And of course I'm making a waistband, so I only have to lose the seam allowance, at the top part of the skirt for the length. So I will be able to use my waist measurement, or the measurement from my waist to however long I want it, to figure out the actual length of it. However, I kind of want this to be a long circle skirt, so I'm going to go as long as I can, and I am going to, once I mark the waist radius, I will then find the longest length that I can make my skirt, and I'm going to go with that so it can be as long as possible. So I do have, as you in a second will be able to see, so where my, this right here is the corner of the skirt. So this is two folds here, and then this is the single fold here. That's where I'm going to mark my waist radius. This, wherever it ends up being, this will be the top. This will be right here attached to the waistband. I need to go. Ouch. Okay, so according to the Mood Fabrics waist radius calculator, or circle skirt calculator, my waist radius is 5.57 inches. So I'm gonna go with 5 3/4 inches for my waist radius. Make sure the end of the tape measure stays on the corner, the side that you're actually using. The pen I'm using, or the marker I'm using, is wash away. So this will come off when I put this in the wash for the first time. But I'm not too worried about seeing these marks because this is just going to be in the waistband. So I'm really not too worried about it. Okay, now I'm just kind of going to connect these dots here. And that's going to be my waist. And now that is my shortest corner. So I'm going to go over there and figure out the length that I have to go with. We're going to go 37 inches. Oh, goodness. That's okay. I just realized that because it's split side, you want one side to be one side to overlap the other. I'll figure this out. It's okay. I'm not worried. Okay, an impromptu change of plans, because as I was cutting it out, I just realized that we have to have extra fabric on the skirt on the sides to overlap in order to continue to stay modest, because if I don't, you'll be able to see inside my skirt, and that would not be good. So it will still somewhat be an adjustable waist because I'm still going to use the ties. However, I'm going to do a waistband all the way around and then the ties at the end so I can make a bow in the front with the bed sheet. So that is now the new plan. Let me think about what my next step is now that I don't have it all cut out. My next step, I still have to cut out my pockets and I have to measure and cut my waistband. I think I want to do, I know I want to do a pretty thick waistband because of how thick this is. So there's my tape measure. This is how wide? 5 inches. Because of the way this is fraying, I don't know if I'm going to do a rolled hem on this, because I do like these different direction stripes on here. Let's do it this way so you can actually see the color better. But I'm not sure how I'm gonna finish this end because it's going to fray if I don't finish it somehow. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I might just have to do a rolled hem and have a very slight different direction on one end of the tie. That's probably what I'm gonna do unless I can think of something better. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I need to cut out my pockets and I will cut out the waistband. I'll cut out that waistband at, goodness, I guess I'll do 8 inches if I have a big enough area. 8 inches tall, so I can just fold it in half and do the waistband that way. But I might have to I'll have to open up the fabric before I figure it out. I might have to do 2 pieces. Okay, so let's start with the pockets here. I want pretty big pockets. Just because I'm kind of tired of carrying a purse all the time. So I do have 4 layers of fabric. We'll cut out the fabric here. I have 4 layers of fabric because of the way I folded it to make the skirt. What did I do with my pen? Right there. So I do want pretty big pockets because I'm tired of carrying a purse. I really am. I want to be able to put mostly everything I need in my pockets, but I also want it to not weigh down my pockets themselves. For the extra support, I want to be able to sew these up into the waistband so it will hold the weight of it better and it won't make the sides of my skirt sag. So in that case, they need to be quite tall because I'm going to have a high waistband. Let me see. My waistband is that tall. Actually, you have to do 3 inches, 4, so that's 7, 10 inches. Plus the seam allowance. So 11 inches at least. I'm gonna go with, actually, I'm gonna go with 12. Here to here. And then I want it, I don't know, 8 inches wide. What's that sound? That red line, huh? Probably where it's gonna be. Yep, right there. Okay, so let me go ahead and cut those out. Okay, there's the pockets. I don't think there's anything else I need to cut out of this. So we will move this out of the way. Oh yes, I will have enough. See how wide this is. Because if it's wide enough, I'm just going to use this. I'm sure it will be. Yep. My waist is only 37 inches. So I need 38. I'm going to go with 39 just in case. I can always cut more off if I need to. And I want it 4.5 inches tall. All right, there's the waistband. All right, I'm all set up now, finally. Yeah, that's my waistband. Now, the first thing I have to do with this is put in the pockets, okay? And my circle skirt is one complete panel. But if I'm putting in pockets, I have to cut it. I have to give them slits or places to go. And I also have to cut the center back. Correct? No. That'll just be the waistband. I have to mark the center back though. So actually let's do that. Center front and center back will be marked with, let me get this back up even again. Right here, a little notch, center front, center back. Okay. Then I want my pockets to attach up into the waistband so that they are held up in there. So I do need to cut all the way up here. And I know my pocket length is 12 inches, so I need to cut down 12 inches. Put a little clip in it right there. Alright. Put these down. Whoop. Now we can install the pockets. Let me get this set up first. All right, so these sides opened up here now. And we want right sides together. And we will pin. Once I'm done pinning, I will stitch. And I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then I'll be back. Okay, I have the pocket side seams all sewn in, all 4 pieces. Oh, I forgot to trim that one. The next step is to press my pockets out and then sew them together, leaving the hole for my hand to go into. I think I'm also going to understitch my pockets before I sew them together, just to give them that crisp fold so that they don't. Should I? I don't know. I'm going to decide when I get there. So I'm going to go press my pockets out and then pin them together. I am going to understitch my pockets. It'll just give it that nice little crisp finish. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will pin my pockets together and stitch the outside like this. And then we will stitch up that side seam again, leaving open just enough for my hand and my phone and stuff to get into. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, I have my pockets all done in my skirt. They are here somewhere right now. They're buried. I have also ironed both edges of the waistband here, and I'm currently pinning the waistband to the skirt. I'm going to if I could talk, I'm going to machine stitch the outside of the waistband to the skirt, and then I will be attaching the waist ties. I'm going to have to try this on off camera to see if I'm going to have to cut the back of the skirt or not in order to get it on and off, and then I will decide how I'm going to close that up once I figure out if I have to do that or not. I've got a few different closures, notions that I can choose from. So I'm going to work on the waistband. Oh yeah, once I put the tie ends on, and decide if I need to cut the back of the skirt anymore, I will then hand stitch the waistband, the inside of the waistband, to the skirt itself so that that can't be seen from the outside, and I'll be back with that. Might come back before then. Let's find out. Okay. It turns out I do have to split the back and make a little bit of an opening. I haven't figured out yet how far down I actually have to go. Let me think here. It needs to obviously be able to fit over my hips. So, I pull this out to the side. Probably need to drop it down about 4 inches, 3 to 4 inches. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it open, 3 to 4 inches. Where is my tape measure? Okay, now I'm going to give myself a little bit of an inseam, about a 1/2 inch, and I'm going to sew that. And then I have skirt hooks and bars here. It's funny, somebody got them on sale for 47 cents. These things are old for that price. How many do I have? I have 2 in here. That actually might work. I thought I had 3. Thought I saw 3 in here, but I don't. It says 2 sets. So I'm going to use these 2 and probably just place them here, and then I'll be back. All right, I have my bars, my hooks, all stitched, hand sewn on there. The next step is my ties. So each one of them has a finished edge just already because of it's a sheet. So I'm using the finished edge as the end of my tie. My cut end, which I cut down the middle, is going to go inside the waistband here. I didn't press it. I'm kind of just going to fold it over with my fingers and pin that. Like this. All right. And let me see. I want the horizontal stripe on the bottom. Let me go with it this side, this way. All right, I lied. I need to go press these ends real quick so that they'll stay folded in. I'll be back. And I'm back. All right, I've got my seams or my sides all pressed now. So this will go in quite a bit easier. So unfortunately, it seems as though I either lost some of the last footage or I just didn't end up recording it. So just so you know, I stitched by machine the ties into the waistband, and then I hand stitched the waistband all the way around and secured it to the skirt. And then I machine stitched a 1 inch hem, but I did like a rolled hem, but it was a 1 inch rolled hem and machine stitched that.